Hello again. A little bit breezy today, quite a lot of traffic. Just going to shoot down the seawall before I do the main part of my video, which is on the seafront. I remembered to get my conkers planted out yesterday afternoon, so be able to show you that. Haven't filmed them yet, so I'll show you that in tomorrow's video. Chamonix the wind blocker on, but needs must. It's kind of that Friday feeling again. Pizza tonight, so I thought I'd just walk down the sea Rufus, get some steps in. But like I said earlier, that's not my main intent today. I want to go along the seafront. Got an old picture. I've got 2 old pictures from 1972, and I've also got a little surprise, hopefully, on the den. But let's just go along here and get some steps in. All good. Always jump ahead in the timestamps if you like. Yay! Seawall. Oh, lovely. There we are. Total relaxation. There we go. First train of the day. Hello, train number 2. You're a big one, yeah. Lovely. I can't say I heard any happy toots, but never mind. Never mind. Hello. You didn't take long to come round, did you? Nice and slow. Very nice of you to make sure I get a good shot. There's the join. Whee! And there we go. Smashing. Lovely. Spray point. Look, in a couple of days it's grown up here. Compared to in the winter when there was just nothing, it was nearly empty. Right, let's not make a meal of it. Let's just get the food out. There we go, food in the feeder. Some in there. Mostly mealworms. Some lovely. On the floor. And I think I can hear a train. Here I go, come out the bushes. And who do I meet? Anna, a subscriber. Where are you from, Anna?
Southampton.
Southampton, lovely. Yeah. She's been watching for a long time and she's off to Mules Park tomorrow to have a wander around there. Smashing. Yeah. Thanks so much for watching. Cheers. And a sneaky little train. Will you be happy? Yes, happy train. Whee! Lovely. And Anna's laughing in the background because we had a long conversation.
Whee!
Yes, about me saying wee to the trains. Hello. Lovely. Cheerio. So there we go. That's the seawall done and dusted. Now we're going to take a wander along for the pictures, which are all located just the other side of the pier. So let's take a stroll down there in 4K. I'll do the walking so you don't have to. Lovely. You can see from the flag that the breeze is coming directly in from the sea, meaning I can't say, oh, I'll go the other way and have the wind behind me. It's hitting me from the left. Never mind though, we'll survive. We shall survive. No lifeguards in there today, which is understandable. But yes, looks like they've done that now. That's ready to accept them when they start. They finish with the paint and the setup. Lovely. And you can see there's a seagull clearly enjoying his seat upon the community sauna bath sauna. King of all his surveys, especially the chips. Right, got one that's been put up this morning online as undated. I'm going to say it's the 1980s based on the fact that the cinema has got yellow on it. But I'm going to try and get it into position, line him up. Here we go, early 80s. Ta-da! And you notice the Portland Hotel on the far left is yellow. And on the same block of buildings at the right, you've got the Sandringham. And the Sandringham you can tell from the red sort of blinds over the windows at the bottom. And of course you've got the cinema there with the top not finished and built like it is now. And it's got yellow on the front, which brings it to me mid-1980s. Here it is today. Lovely. Now I'm not very good at keeping secrets, so I'll just let you know what the secret on the den was I was telling you about. Ready? We got a Funfair, or an unfair as I used to call them. So what we're going to do is go and do some more photos a bit further up. Then we walk back down, have a little look around before it opens, see some of the artwork. Excellent. Now the next three pictures I've unashamedly borrowed from a 1972 video, one of the sequence of 70, 71 and 72 of Sheldon and Teignmouth that I've been mentioning. Here's the thumbnail. And as usual, link to the video itself up the top there on the right. And without further ado, let's get down in position for screen grab number one. If going on little more than the position of the Ness and the Seafront, here we go, 1972. Isn't that lovely? Remember it like that myself? Smashing. Right, let's get round to get the next one done. Right, just behind me here is the skate park, which used to be the boating pond. And because I don't want to film those kids, I'll do it from here. Here we go, another screen grab. There we are in that one. You can see the boat on the boating pond. I'm stood pretty much where those people are now, looking across at it. And of course you haven't got the ice cream cone upside down that you've got in present day. But you do have the pier, etc. in a similar location. Well, the exact same location. The pier hasn't moved, does it? Smashing. There we go. Right, one more to do. One more to do. Again, a little bit difficult to do really because of the fact it's a playground. What I want you to imagine though is you're down there, probably by where the slide is, right at the moment, and you're looking back up, and you can see the old lighthouse, just like that. There we are ahead of us, and from down behind me, here we go, 1972. That's lovely. Like I say, you can check out that video in full, please do. There's two parts to it, parts 1 and 2. Lovely. And we'll make our way down to the fairground. It's really good that we've actually got a fair this year. Didn't have one last year, I don't think. All to do with the state of the den and the lack of drainage, making it too swampy to put the rides down. But we got one this year. Oh yes. Mum said, do they have a big wheel? I said, oh, I don't think they do them anymore, Mum. Oh no. I said, no, but the thing about it, I haven't seen a big wheel at the fair for a long time. God, I smell candy floss already. Lovely. Well, I don't think I'll be going in there because they've got the thing pulled across. It doesn't look very welcoming. And it's all closed up. So never mind. That's the fair anyway. That's the fair. Smashing. Time warp. Time travel. It's now about 2 hours later. Here we go.
2 hours later.
Well, I suggested it's 2 hours or so later now. It's open, but there's no one really here. So we'll have a little quick round and see what we've got. Got a go-gator. Little sort of roller coastery thing for the kiddies. Got the spinny thing. Wurlitzer, Sizzler. Where the cars spin round and nearly hit you. Got some portable toilets, that's a fun ride. How much is charged for them? Smaller thing for the children. Another child's ride. And of course the waltzers, lovely. Remember them? Don't think I could go on them these days though, but I remember them well. Up there, Tagadega, or Tajaja, like a bowl where you scoop round, sit round in a circle. And then what's called the edge, that's the one that goes up and around like that. Yes, remember that? Got that there with the frog on the top, obviously goes up and down. Toontown, little fun house, the back of a lorry, lovely. And something called Thriller, which is like a steeplechase thing, where you sit in the cars, they spin round in a circle, and spin outwards too, like, you know, sort of come out like that with the centrifugal force. So that's lovely. Oh, the cage, I remember that well. Back in my day, I used to go on that, and you'd sit in it and put your feet up and go up upside down. It's absolutely brilliant, that was. Absolutely brilliant. Everyone else would be standing up normal way and you'd be spinning upside down. I don't think they do that anymore though. And of course there's the Dodgems. Now last time they were down here with the Dodgems, they were doing a lovely rock and roll music pretty much constantly. And I'd sit out the back sometimes in the afternoon listening to the music. It's really nice. There's the Sizzler again. And finally, as we're about to exit, we've got this one here called Smash by the look of things. It's a fast ride, must be in good health, but that's still got all the covers on. Anyway, if I get the chance to come down here when it's actually going, I will. But if not, there we go. But at least I've managed to have a little look round to say that's what we've got for the fair in Teignmouth. Absolutely lovely. So glad it's back. Anyway, back to reality now. Back to earlier on. Finish off my walk. So back to earlier again. Let's finish off in Wonder. Still enjoying all the roadworks. Lovely. There's grills for later. No signs up saying they're not going to reopen. That's what we like to see. Oh, we've got a busker in the triangle. 2 buskers. There we go, they were 100% acoustic, so I couldn't hear a great deal of them.
Okay, what's the process if I want to refuse? I did.
So there we go. That is indeed that. Hope you enjoyed it. Heading down the Seawall mostly tomorrow, might go to Mules Park. And Sunday, off to the dock direction, Holly Steps, etc. Then Monday, somewhere different entirely out of Teignmouth, with any luck. So, hopefully you'll be joining me. Thanks for joining me today. Take care. Bye.